Good morning and welcome to Skyac at Ben Hines Field in Laverne, California, where the Laverne Leopards would take on the Claremont Mudscript Stags in the doubleheader this afternoon. I am Nicolette Rojo alongside Zachary Nicolai. Today also includes regular Skyac action play, as postseason tournament will be next weekend. Laverne took game 1 on the road yesterday against CMS in extra innings with a score of 8-6, and they look to continue that streak this afternoon. Zach, what are the keys for both teams to excel and get the victory for game 1?
Well, it's going to be a little bit of a bigger game for Laverne today as they sit second in Skyac play right now. They're 2 games behind Chapman. You know, if they win both games today, it's going to look a little better seeding for them. As for Claremont Mudscripts, you know, they're sitting in 5th place right now, barely 500. So if they're able to split today, I think they'll be able to sneak in for a Skyac spot. But keys today, Claremont Mudscripts, they have a dude named Zach Clark. Fantastic. He is top 5 for home runs. He's #1 batting average. He's going to be the one that sets the tone. He's batting 3rd for him today. Look for him to be the driving force of this team.
And as I mentioned too, not only is it final game, it is senior day for Laverne. So this is also going to be most likely an emotional one for the seniors and for everyone in general, as parents are lining up for the little pregame ceremony right here.
Yeah, it's going to be emotional, no doubt, but I mean, it's very nice to know that this isn't going to be your last day to play baseball as a senior. You know, it might be your last game here on your home field in front of your home fans, as we have a local Charter Oak baseball team coming to watch Laverne play today. But I mean, you know, it's a great feeling to know that you had a successful season, you're able to go on to the playoffs, and they're going to look to carry that momentum if they are able to get a win today.
As we take a look at the calendar for the rest of today and next week, the postseason tournament will start on May 10th, which is next Friday. And Laverne will be hosting. The time has yet to be announced, and their opponent will be TBA.
Our head coach, Scott Winterburn, and the staff will be recognizing the Laverne Baseball Senior Class of 2019.
And we will be sending it to Anthony Avila for pregame ceremonies right now.
Bruce and girlfriend Bailey. Roy's had a tremendous impact with the pitching staff as a catcher and posted a .500 batting average over 7 games as a Leo. Roy will be graduating with a business administration degree, and he plans on starting out in sales and working his way into a full-time marketing position. Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Hirota. Next up, Steven Canedo. Steven is joined by his mother, Addie, father, Rick, girlfriend, Alyssa. Steven has been a strong contributor as a pitcher for the Leos with 17 appearances over his 2 years. Steven will be graduating with a degree in kinesiology and plans to pursue a career in education and eventually work towards a master's degree. One more time, let's hear it for Steven Canedo. Next up, Ishwar Persad. Ishwar is joined by his mother, Hema, father, Robin, and his brother, Yudi. Ishwar is a 4-year senior who's had a lasting impact on the program as a leader. Ishwar will be graduating with a major in kinesiology and a minor in psychology. After graduation, he plans on working as an EMT and attending graduate school to become a physical therapist. Let's hear it one more time for Ishwar Persad. Next up, Ryan Aguilar. Ryan is joined by his mother, Elena, father, Marlon, and grandmothers, Victoria and Maria. Ryan played in 41 games as a Leo, collecting 69 at-bats with a batting average of .319. Ryan will be graduating with a degree in kinesiology and looks to join the fire department program at Mont Sac after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Aguilar. Our next senior is Cameron Dice. Cameron is joined by his mother, Kathy, and his father, Jim. Cameron is an ideal Leo on and off the field. His hard work in the classroom and on the baseball field will lead to success in the future. He will be graduating with a degree in criminology. And he will then complete his post-certification to join a law enforcement agency. Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Dice. Next up, Lucas Coronado. Lucas is joined by his mother Tammy, father Art, brother Jonathan, and aunt Amy. Lucas has played in 60 games over his 2 years as a Leo. He has had 171 at-bats, posting a .290 batting average with 50 hits. Lucas will be graduating with a kinesiology degree and plans on joining the fire department program at Montsac. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Granado. Next up, AJ Jimenez. AJ is joined by his mother Melissa, father Gus, grandmother Darcy, grandfather Bob, and sister Brianna. AJ has been an impactful pitcher over the 2 years as a Leo. He has pitched 74 innings on 32 appearances with a 3.63 ERA. AJ will be graduating with a business degree and looks to enter the business world in a management position. Let's hear it for AJ Jimenez. Our next senior, Ethan Fulcher. Ethan is joined by his mother Michelle, father John, uncle Joe, and cousin Reese. Ethan is a 4-year senior whose leadership qualities have had a positive impact on the Leos program. Ethan pitched 39 innings over 34 appearances and will be graduating with a biology degree and plans to attend medical school in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Fulcher. Next up, Ryan Galan. Ryan is joined by his mother Melissa, father Ivan, and girlfriend Molly. Ryan has played in 47 games over the past 2 years and has had 142 at-bats with 42 hits. His 26 stolen bases leads the SCIAC. He earned D3.com Team of the Week honors after his great start to the season this year. Ryan will be graduating with an accounting degree and plans on taking the CPA exam in the near future. Let's hear it one more time for Ryan Galan. Our next senior, Chris Arcos. Chris is joined by his mother Ann, father Walter, brothers Marcelo and Jackson, sister Olivia, and girlfriend Kaylin. Chris has played an important role to the pitching staff on the Leos as a 4-year senior. He has had 37 appearances, totaling 142 innings, starting 28 games with a record of 8-6. In 2017, he also pitched a no-hitter for the Leos that earned him D3Baseball.com Team of the Week recognition and SCIAC Athlete of the Week honors. Chris will be graduating with a business administration degree and plans on entering into a management position for an athletic department. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Arcos. Our next senior, Brandon Vogel. Brandon is joined by his mother Brianne, father Don, sister Bailey, and brother Benny. Brandon has been a leading figure for the Leos. He has played in 121 games and collected 86 hits in his 4 years at Laverne. And last season earned all SCIAC honors. Brandon will be graduating with a kinesiology degree and plans on completing the fire tech program and become a firefighter. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Vogel. Our next senior is Chris Liggett. Chris is joined by his mother Faye, father Arnell, sisters Meg and Vanessa, brother-in-law Diego, niece Alani, and girlfriend Gabby. Chris has been a constant player in the Leos lineup over 4 years. He has played 145 games, collected 145 hits, recorded a 335 batting average, and last year earned all SCIAC honors and SCIAC Athlete of the Week recognition. Chris will be graduating with a business administration degree and plans on entering a sales or management position after graduation. Let's hear it for Chris Liggett. Our final senior is Chris Paris. Chris is joined by his mother, Robin, and father, Robert. Chris is closing up a highly successful career as a Leopard. He has played in 147 games with a 357 batting average, more than 500 at-bats, 183 hits, and 127 RBI. He's also had 47 pitching appearances with a 12-3 record, 150 strikeouts, 150 innings pitched, 17 saves, and a 2.9 ERA. Chris will be graduating with a business management degree and plans on getting a master's degree in sports management. The past 2 seasons, he's earned first-team All-SCIAC recognition and All-West Region honors. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Paris. And as our seniors and their family members gather for one final picture, let's put our hands together for all our seniors playing in their final season as a Leopard.
Yeah, as we take a look, all the seniors and coaches and their families gathering for one final pick on the field, potentially in Ben Hines Field. So as a correction, currently as standings are now, they do sit in second, and if they remain in second, they will host next Friday.
Well, that's a great feeling to be a senior and know that you get to play one more time here at least. Now, as you were mentioning, though, there are a lot of seniors out there, and to look forward to the future, how are you able to replace that many? And to be honest with you, I think that Scott Winterburn, their head baseball coach right now, he was able to turn this program back into its winning ways, and I think he'll have no problem bringing them back.
Absolutely, and the fact that he will actually be the sports director next season, that will also help more recruiting in that side as well, seeing both sides on the field and off the field. As we take a look at the standings for Laverne, they are currently a 15-7 SCIAC record, 28-10 overall, and they are also ranked third in the West region. As for CMS, they sit at a 500 record at 11-11 in SCIAC play with an 18-13 and 1 tie overall record. As we take a look at the players to watch, number 23, Adam Santa Cruz, the catcher, who has hit 3 home runs, leads in SCIAC play with RBIs, 41 RBIs, 50 hits, and also has scored 31 runs. Number 4, Christopher Liggett, who has one stolen base, 28 RBIs, scored 22 times, and not a bad contact hitter himself with 42 hits on the season. Number 34, Christopher Perez, the pitcher and outfielder, who has 3 home runs, batting .360, second in RBIs with 41, scored 33 times with 50 hits. And to take a look at the pitcher today, number 17, David Burhans, who has a 5-2 record with a 2.26 ERA and 38 strikeouts in 63 innings.
As for Claremont, the man I was talking about earlier, batting third, Zach Clark, number 1 in SCIAC for batting average with a 4.03. He's top 5 in home runs with 5, and he's top 5 in SCIAC with 23 RBIs. Look for him to be the man today for them. As we move forward, we have Ryan Motor, who he's also great batting average, 336. He's great hitting. Not only does he get on base, but he's also able to drive in runs, and he's also a threat while he's on the base with 7 stolen bases. And then Kevin Nakahara, I mean, every one of their star hitters seems to be above average when hitting, and that's a threat because no matter where you place the ball, it seems that they're able to do something with it in play, and they all seem to be speedy. And then while we look at the pitching matchup we were talking about, I got Diego Avila. He's a freshman. They're able to throw him out here, and he seems to be doing well so far in the 12.2 innings that he's pitched. You know, 1-1 record, 3.55 ERA. I mean, I wish that was my GPA, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'm not trying to toot my horn. I guess that's my GPA, but again, it's never too late to raise it, and as long as you work yourself up, and hey, C's get degrees, right?
Yeah, but it's going to be a good one today. I mean, all the seniors out there, they are the driving force of Laverne. Look for them to play hard and be excited.
And we take a look on the field. Charter Oak is on the field as well. Charter Oak from Covina, California. They have joined the Laverne Leopards on the field as well.
It's always nice to see your alma mater come out and support your college now.
Absolutely. I didn't go to the school there, but I did see their field and know a couple of their baseball players at the time. I'm not that old, by the way. But it's always nice to have a local team come out, and it's also a good feeling just to, you know, get on the field, especially in high school. Work gives you that little incentive to make you think that could be me next year or 3 years, yada yada.
Yeah, and after watching all the seniors out here and you're hearing what they want to do after and just knowing them personally, I mean, they're great role models for these kids. You know, in order for them to interact with them and to speak to them, it's really a good feeling to know that not only are they looking up to guys that they want to play like, they're also just great guys of character as well. So hats off to Laverne's coaching staff and not only ensuring that baseball is important, but also their right as character as well.
Absolutely. Character goes a long way, not on and off the field, court, whatever you play. And that's that's the beauty of sports. You learn that character, you learn discipline, and all the values that you have personally on the field, and you apply them off.
As it looks like we're starting to get set for the national anthem.
Not a cloud in the sky, not that I see from this angle, at least. Beautiful shot of the mountains out in center field. Yay. You see a little pan of Mother Nature out there. Now to take a look at today's schedule around Sky action, Occidental is hitting the road when we'll take on Redlands. First pitch in a bit. Chapman has hit the road as well. We'll face Caltech. Whittier at Cal Lu. And Pomona Pitzer at Linfield. First pitch for them is at noon. Laverne currently sits behind Chapman, so that's a main game to watch.
I'd have to look into it because I know they're 2 games behind, but I'm not sure if Chapman were to drop 2 games and Laverne were to win both today, if that were to be able to leapfrog them in standings.
Weather currently calls for 78 today, but we are currently at 68. Or if you're in the booth, maybe low 70s.
As we get ready for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and join us in the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Once again, welcome to Ben Hines Field and enjoy
First
the game.
pitch is about to start in just a few moments right here, as both teams are entering the dugouts, and Laverne defense is about to take the field.
National anthem means baseball. Baseball means fun. This is going to be a great day, Nicolette.
Absolutely, like I said, weather's nice, nice breeze. Allergy season should be limited today, just for today. And Laverne is set to take on the field.
As Charter Oak seems to step off the field, they're going to be taking their pictures and watch the game from the stands.
As we take a look at the lineup for the Stags, we got number 7, Nakahara in the outfield. Number 4, Ryan Motter. Number 3, Zach Clark with the cool name. Number 25, Marco Castillo. Number 2, Henry Levinson. Number 22, Jack Savard. Number 6, CJ Novogradic. Number 31, Truman Miller. And David Avila at the pitching spot.
I love watching college baseball because unlike the majors where sometimes you get to see a pitcher hit or not, it seems in college more likely than not a pitcher's able to bat. You know, and that it's always fun. There's a hashtag that MLB does. It's pitchers who rake. And I'm excited to see if Diego is one of those.
You'll see him at the bottom of the lineup. On the mound today for the Leopards is number 17, Devin Burhams.
He's a junior who plays like a senior. You know, he goes out there, he dominates. He does seem to be able to take control of a game. Let's see how he starts, though. If he's able to come out there, get a 1-2-3 inning, maybe even walk a guy and be able to get out with minimal pitches, I think we're going to be able to see a strong outing today.
And on the year, he has had 15 appearances. He started 6 games with the 5-2 record. He has actually had 3 complete games as well.
Number 7, Kevin Nakahara.
And has a 5.37 strikeout per inning ratio. Has only given up 2 home runs on the year, 62 hits, which in a long season, that's pretty good. First pitch, and it's foul to right. Oh, and 1 count to Kevin Nakahara. He's batting .315 with one long bomb, 13 runs batted in, and 18 walks. Caught the corner right there, 0-2. (0-2) pitch. Off. 1-2. Try to get them to swing and an outsider. The 1-2. Chops it to second base for the easy out. 1 down.
I was watching Claremont warm up earlier, and it seems like they have about 3 lefties on their team. And, you know, as a coach, you got to be mindful of that because as you saw right now, it looked like an easy grounder to the second baseman, but it's really just the shift. So look for them to be able to make those minor adjustments throughout the game.
And it's definitely different when with a right-handed pitcher to a left-handed hitter compared to now with Ryan Motter up to bat. That checks the swing. No, he didn't. So it will be 1-0. Motter is batting .336 on the year with 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in, and has drawn 19 walks. Pops it to short, 2 down.
Sounded a little bigger than it was, huh?
That's the thing about aluminum bats. You hit them hard and you feel like, oh, it's gonna go long, and nope, just short. Or in this case, to the short stub.
See a little play on words.
That was my failed attempt at a pun. So now we have your favorite name, Zach Clark. who is batting right, and that will go deep. And that is for sure extra bases. And he will be safe in with a little jog to second. We were just talking about him too, and he crushed that to right.
And there he showed his
batting
ability of
45.
not only strength but also speed. You know, once he took off, looked at his base coach, told him go 2, he was able to go in there standing. There's not much you can do against that when he's able to pick his spots.
So with 2 outs and 1 on second, Marco Castillo up to bat. Swings and misses at that, 0-1. Little cutter right there. Castillo, the freshman from Corte Madera, California, batting .308 with 2 homers and 14 runs batted in. Chop hit to third and gets an easy out. It's right there. So the Stags leave one man in scoring position stranded after the top of the first. It is 0-0 with Laverne up to bat next.
Yeah, and that went exactly as I said. If Laverne wanted to have a good game, you know, you go out there, you get the first 2 out. Sure, you let one guy get a hit, but no damage done. So, you know, you're able to come out of here pitching about 10 pitches. That's not bad for a pitcher right now. He's able to go out there, he's having a strong outing.
So far, so good for Laverne. At the top of the order, Galan, Seifert, and Santa Cruz up to bat for Laverne. As we take a look at the lineup for Laverne, we have number 15, Ryan Galan, number 8, Tanner Seifert, number 23, Adam Santa Cruz, number 34, Christopher Paris, number 4, Christopher Liggett, number 20, Charlie Verone, number 9, Lucas Granado, who's red hot lately, number 2, Jacob Benson, number 24, Jacob Barriga, and the pitcher, number 17, David Burhan. So Laverne back out again with power hitters in the middle of the heart of the lineup. And Diego Avila, your boy, on pitching for the mound, the freshman today. What does he have to do in order to succeed against this red-hot Laverne team?
He has to be able to not be afraid to throw strikes. And what I mean by that is most times people want to try to get him chasing. You know, sometimes you got to trust your defense, trust your catcher, throw it in the spots that he's telling you to, and then hopefully he's done enough studying that he knows where the spot should be.
Avila, the freshman from Glendale, California, Loyola High School alum, has currently sitting at a 1-1 record with a 3.55 ERA in 12 innings. He's given up 10 walks on the year in 4 appearances, so he does tend to have a little bit of command issues, but like I said, we'll see if he can get the job done today. First pitch in there for a strike. Ryan Galan is batting .310 with no home runs, 23 RBIs as he chops that to short. Easy out, easy 2-pitch out, 1 down.
Now batting.
Not a bad at bat at all, you know. As long as you're able to put the ball in play, more good things are able to happen than bad.
Tanner Seifert up to bat now for Laverne. First pitch back in the middle with the strike. Seifert is batting .299 with 20 RBIs and has drawn 23 walks. Another strike, the similar location, 0-2. The 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. Try to get him to chase that curveball.
When you're ahead in the count, it doesn't hurt to be able to try to get him to chase.
Still early in the count, 1-2. Still can be flexible with your pitches. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Even count. As Avila looks on. The 2-2 pitch. Just missed this corner, top corner. Full count to Seaford, who is down 0-2 and is able to work up a full count right here. Payoff pitch in a little bit. Payoff pitch. Swings and misses.
The same exact spot as the last pitch, which I thought the catcher did a good job of framing.
Now batting, catcher, number 23.
Good location and good communication by catcher and pitcher, which is very important in the game of baseball. As Adam Santa Cruz is up to bat now for the Leopards. In there for a strike. Avila going early inside, reaching the corners. As Santa Cruz is batting .350 with 3 home runs and leads Skyak in RBIs with 41. Just high, 1-1. Santa Cruz looking to get back into the groove on the offensive side. 1-1. Oh, and hits him hard on the helmet, and he is down. That did not look good right there. The fastball to the helmet, and he is clearly in pain. As we got a little talk on the field right here, both sides.
Regardless of what the coaches are saying, you obviously hope he's okay. He was able to turn and try to get out of the way. It seemed like he got the top of the helmet at least, so that's at least a brighter sign. But for him to be able to get up, they're checking for concussions right now. They're probably going to take him to the dugout.
Absolutely. It looked like he lost command of that fastball right there, and that's a ball to the helmet is always bad, but especially with the fastball. As he's walking back to the dugout, which is a good sign. He's actually walking to first base.
It has to feel a lot better knowing that your coach is able to go toe-to-toe with anyone else who's talking about you. We'll see how he does so far.
And he was able to end that is credited as a hit by pitch to Avila.
As the umpire seems to be giving a warning to each dugout.
It's definitely rare to see a pitch like that early go straight to the head. So just whether it was intentional or not, it's good to throw that warning anyways.
There's no way it was intentional. No.
Yeah, there's no way. And Warner Burns coming back and have a little quick chat with the ump.
He seems to be asking why he got a warning and something that he doesn't believe was his fault. But as an umpire, once things escalate this quick, you have to set the tone. When you see that things are getting a little out of control, you have to set it up. Say, hey, look, I don't want none of this going on. I just want a clean game. I want to keep going.
Absolutely. And as Christopher Perez is now up to bat for Laverne. 2 outs, 1 Santa Cruz on first. He goes around for a strike. Tried to check a swing but couldn't do so. Perez on the year is hitting .360 with 3 home runs and 41 runs batted in. Has drawn 15 walks and has a stolen base on the season, totaling 50 hits. Pitch just missed that inside corner right there. 1-1 to Paris. Santa Cruz on first with a decent lead. 1-1. Swings and misses at the high fastball. 1-2. Avila going back and forth with the high fastball, mixing those pitches. One, two. Outside, even count. Avila's has 5 strikeouts on the year going into, 6 going to today's game. Fouls that hard. Avila's strikeout rate ratio is a 3.55, so he does strike out every other out, especially when it's a little low appearances. 2-2, try again. Fouls it off again. Paris battling those inside pitches. Avila looks on. Checks first. 2-2. Perez barely gets a piece of that ball.
And if he didn't get a piece of it, he actually would have been able to run to first with the drop third strike ball.
So they would try again. As the Metro goes by, calls timeout. Levinson, Savard, and Novograden are up next for the Stags. And Perez hits that to center, pops out to center. Easy out for the Stags. So after 1 inning, 1 left on base, Santa Cruz taking a shot to the head. The score is 0-0 after 1 inning. So what are you seeing so far this early in the game?
It was a great start in the beginning for Laverne. They were able to get their 1, 2, 3, 4 inning. You know, they allowed a hit, but it was okay. It looked like the Mudscripts were able to come out here, and I thought they were going to have a strong outing as well. And then that unfortunate pitch went out of control. And, you know, I'm a little worried this game's going to become chippy when it really doesn't need to be. You know, there's no need for it to escalate. You know, it was just a bad pitch, just happened to go off. The warnings, I understand why it had to happen, but I hope that we're able to keep going forward with it being a clean game and just keep it up without any chippiness going on. But besides that, I mean, both teams seem to be executing the way they wanted to.
That's when definitely coaching and discipline comes into play. In sport and baseball, you take a shot to the body or just a bad pitch, emotions rise. But let's see if both sides remain composed and, like you said, have a clean game.
But you're going to protect your guy no matter what.
Yeah.
If I see that, you know, as a player, you're out there, you practice with these guys 6-7 days a week. You guys put in hours on hours, not only practicing, but working out, eating together, watching film, sometimes studying. Like, you guys build that just family relationship, and that's where the chippiness comes in. I don't have an issue with it. I just hope it doesn't escalate to that.
Now batting, number 2, Henry Levinson.
As Henry Levinson is up to bat for the Stags. Levinson, the junior from Bedford, Massachusetts. He's hitting .261 with no home runs, with 19 runs batted in, and has drawn 9 walks with 33 hits on the year. That pitch is in for a strike. Even count at 1-1. The 1-1. And lines out straight to third right there for the first out.
From up here, it seems like it's just such a slow
Now batting, number 22.
ball hit, but I feel if I were out there, I'd duck.
What position would you play?
I was a pitcher and shortstop. That was me, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I definitely have the reflexes for this.
I didn't play, but I could see myself as a catcher.
I believe it.
Because why not? That pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. Or maybe just be an ump and go and be very extra on the strike counts. Inside, barely caught the corner there, 1-2. To Savard, who is hitting .414 with 4 RBIs, has drawn 3 walks, and has 12 hits in 11 games on the year. Grounds it back for a quick little toss to them.
The crowd seemed to disagree with the earlier strike call, but when a batter wants to crowd the plate like that and not give the pitcher any room to work with, I mean, the umpire has to call it both ways.
Can't argue that every ump's like Angel Hernandez. So, you gotta do what you gotta do. So now for the Stags, CJ Novogradic is up to bat. The senior from Oakland, California, batting .200 with 1 home run, 12 runs batted in, has drawn 11 walks, and has 13 hits on the season. One and out, in there for a strike. Burhans looks on. 1-1. And that's a base hit, barely getting by Granado's glove. That is going to be an extra bases, and he will stop at second, barely getting passing Granado's glove, utilizing that contact power to get extra bases.
He went out there, he tried to lay out. I mean, can't help it when you're in a shift and your body's just not long enough. Great hit by him, able to ride that left field line.
So with one on second, 2 outs, and Bridges up to bat. First pitch catches the corner at a strike. 0-1 to Carson Bridges, the sophomore from Alameda, California, batting .255 with 1 home run and 12 runs batted in. And chops that to Santa Cruz with spin move and quick throw. And gets the final out. Good communication right there between Santa Cruz to call off his pitcher and get the final out.
It almost seemed as he just gave up. He thought it was going to go foul, but, you know, you got to run hard every time. Make sure the ball's going to go foul if you're not going to run.
Looked like he got a little confused, but it did hit in front of the batting box, so it is indeed fair. So at the end of the top of the second, it is still tied 0-0 on both sides. Laverne up to bat next. For Laverne, got Liggett, Verone, and Granado up to bat in this bottom half of this inning. You're watching Sky Up Baseball on LBTV3, Laverne Community Television. Live from Ben Hines Field in Laverne, California. Not a cloud in the sky. Temperature in the low 70s now. At least that's how it feels like.
Oh, out there, if I'm wearing all those pants and jerseys, it'd feel like high 80s. Both teams today don't seem to have an issue with making contact with the ball. It's just finding the right spot. And, you know, that's where you're able to have to, as a baseball player, learn how to try to find the gaps and do different things. And, you know, that's going to be the fun part of today, trying to see who has that ability.
May the best team win.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. There's always a winner and a loser in every sport.
Your fun fact brought to you from Nicolette.
Now batting.
After the game, she will
Left
tell you
fielder,
in the game
number
who was in
4,
first place and who was in second.
Chris Liggett.
I definitely will. As Christopher Liggett is up to bat now for Laverne.
See if he can continue his heroics from last game.
First pitch is in. 1-0.
Dangerously inside as it seems to draw concern from the crowd.
Liggett batting .353 with 1 home run, 28 runs batted in, and has hit 42 hits on this year. So a good contact hitter at the plate. And that ball was fouled back. Even counted 1-1. Liggett has also drawn 10 walks. Avila with the 1-1. Bounces to the second. An easy ground out right there. 1 down.
So when a pitcher seems to be cheating that inside so much and trying to get you off the pace, there's 2 different approaches. You can either be like me where you want to step back because you don't want to get hit, or I played with guys who are nuts and they even step closer because they think, hey, any way of getting on base is there. But you're going to see the difference in styles of hitting coming up soon.
It's all on personal preference. First pitch is in there for a strike to Charlie Verone. Verone on the year is hitting .348 with 1 home run, 5 runs batted in, and 23 hits. Now, don't let those numbers fool you. He's had a lot of heroic plays, especially in the bottom half of this season. As Avila goes for 1-1, swings and misses that slow breaking pitch right there, 1-2. The 1-2. Swings and misses, same pitch. Got the deed done this time.
As you go on to your second at bat, that's when the real challenges start to come up. You know, you go out there, think you got it. As a batter, you're able to see his pitching style, or even as a pitcher, you're able to see his batting style. So that's when I still start to see the actual chess match of baseball when people talk about it being an intellectual sport.
Lucas Granado now up to bat for Laverne. The pitch is high. 1-0.
And very inside.
Granado hitting .286 with 1 home run and 12 runs batted in. 16 hits, but was also a stellar defender on defense. Barely missed the corner right there. 2-0.
We see the defense moving around. They seem to go into an even shift.
2-0 count. Bounces it to short. Nearly beats out the throw, but not enough. 1-2 3 inning for the Stags. At the end of 2, the score is 0-0. You are watching Laverne Baseball on LVTV, Laverne Community Television. As Laverne gets back on the field to open up the top of the 3rd. For CMS, Miller, Abila, and Nakahara will be up to bat at the top of the 3rd inning.
You know, we're seeing a lot. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, to be honest with you, anymore, but it seemed like there was a pattern last at bat where it was very inside pitch where it looked like it could almost hit you, and then he started to cheat outside, and then it went breaking ball. So I don't know if he was trying to build up to something or what, but that's one way to kind of get a batter off his toes. But up to Laverne, we'll see if they keep on going with their dominant success so far.
Now, with the majority of the lineup already seeing a taste of Avila and his pitching style, even though it's just one at-bat, as a batter, you've played for. As a batter, if you see a pitcher with an interesting routine, like we've just mentioned, how do you stay composed and how do you focus on, basically focus with that approach?
I don't know if it's a routine. I think it's more of trying to get control of your pitches early on. And so for me personally, I wasn't ever able to hit inside pitches because I felt it jammed me too much. You have to have such quick hands. So we'll see if that affects any of them here.
The first pitch is a swing and miss to Truman Miller. Miller, the playing catcher, is batting .263 with 9 runs batted in. As he pops out to the Granado, cross first. 1 down. So a quick 2-pitch out right there.
The thing that I've loved that I've seen from Laverne so far is no one waits for the ball. You see a lot of times people wait. Sometimes it takes a bad hop. I've seen everyone here. They charge on the ball, and that's why there hasn't been even remotely close plays out of base.
Definitely seeing the hustle right there. It grounds out, fumbles it a little bit, but still gets enough time for the 2nd out.
Stayed in front of it, used his body to block. I mean, I don't know how much more fundamental you want him to get. This is a very fundamentally defensively sound team, and it's really nice to see.
Now batting number 4.
Sometimes the ball just spins or has an odd hop, and you can only do so much, but don't give up on the play and get that 2nd out. As Ryan Motter now is up to bat. First pitch is in for a strike. Motter is 0 for 1 this afternoon or late morning. Gets it in, and Motter is not happy with that call. 0-2 for Burhans.
Anytime a strike's called on you, you're not happy with the call.
Grounds out to Galan. And a 1-2-3 inning for Laverne. Ground out after ground out. So after the top of 3rd inning, still tied at 0 with Benson, the bottom of the order up for Laverne with Benson, Barriga, and Burhans up to bat.
They made really quick work of that, and what I was talking about earlier during our pregame, it's you can't be afraid to throw strikes, and we're seeing it here. I was talking about it more for the freshman Diego Avila, but I mean, he's coming out here, he's throwing into spots. He's missed, for Laverne, their pitcher, he's missed his spots a few times. Yeah, they made him pay, but not really. You know, he lit up a double once or twice, but he's able to go out here. You're talking about the ground outs. He's able to just put his spots, catcher's telling him where to throw it, and he's able to execute that, and that's why they're able to have these quick innings. And it's really nice to see that it's not all about strikeouts. It's not all about, oh, I'm using 5 pitches, 8 pitches at bat. No, it's 2-pitch, ground out, 3-pitch, ground out. He's able to make quick work of it while still being efficient.
Both teams only have a combined of 2 hits, and both come from the Stags. Laverne has yet to pick up a hit, but left a runner on base on first with the hit by pitch to Santa Cruz.
So regardless of what we're saying, he's actually throwing a no-hitter, is what I hear.
So take a look at the crowd right here. Big turnout on senior day. And Jacob Benson,
Leading
the
off
shortstop,
the
up to bat for the Leopards.
Number 2, Jacob Benson.
Benson, the shortstop, is hitting .306 with 23 runs batted in, has drawn 11 walks, and has 41 hits. First pitch is there for a strike. Avila taking his time with his delivery. The 0-1. Just inside. Even count at 1-1. The 1-1. Goes with the highest fastball, 1-2, swinging and missing.
It's so hard to lay off those high fastballs because it's eye level. They're not strikes at all, but it just makes you feel so happy to see one.
1-2. That's low. Even count at 2-2. Barry goes on deck. Pops it to right. 1 down. So after battling right there, easy quick fly out to right field.
Now batting center fielder, number 24, Jacob Barriga.
Jacob Barriga, the center fielder, is up to bat now for Laverne. Barriga hitting .571 with three RBIs. One and no count. That pitch hits the corner there for a strike.
Avila seems to love the left side of the plate. It doesn't matter if you're a righty or a lefty. There's more righties in the game, so it seems like he's pitching more inside. But right now, I wouldn't be shocked if we keep seeing a lot of outside pitches.
Another one right there. Misses. 2-1. Two and one. And Barriga hits that down the middle for a hit. Barriga picks up his first hit of the morning in his first plate appearance.
And then I was talking about earlier how shifts can be so good. That's the point where it doesn't matter what kind of shift you're in, especially with lefties, though. You tend to move your second baseman about halfway between second and first, and that just opens up the middle right where he hit it. So great job on his part, hitting it right back up the middle.
Galan is now up to bat, top of the lineup for Laverne. First pitch is there for a strike. Galan is 0 for 1, just with a ground out to short. And Barriga takes off and will be in there safely.
He got a great jump. I think he would have been safe either way, but having a bouncing pitch doesn't help your chances either.
Miller had a little trouble right there with the baseball, but easy steal for Barriga, who picks up his first stolen base on the season. Wild pitch right there. Barriga now advances to third.
Just like that, you go 0-2 real quick. It seemed to have hit the batter, but I guess the umpire's saying no.
Likely credit that as a wild pitch. Then 2-1.
Just a little bit.
A little. Infield now in for the Stags. Now it's 3-1. Good hitters count for Gallant. Does have 40 hits on the season, so look for him to be patient. 3-1, and draws a walk. So men on corners now for Laverne, and Seaford now up to bat.
Now
Seaford is 0-1
first baseman,
with the
number
strikeout
8,
swinging back in the first.
Tanner Super.
Now this is where the fun chess match happens, because I've seen coaches who they want the guy at first to steal, bait the catcher in. That's a little league for me, but you know, there's also that opportunity of actually a double play happening. So this can go from a great situation to a bad one really quick.
And just taken off. Quick slide, safe. So now 2 men in scoring position for Laverne.
Most of the time when you see that situation happen, they actually have the guy at third try to steal home. Right now, I don't know if they did a little bit of studying of the tape. They knew that they were going to throw it back, or I don't know what was going on. But I think the guy at second had a really strong arm.
Barriga at third. Gallant at second. Sefford up to bat. And grounds it back two, and got a little pickle right here. But nope. Got him a third. Quick little ground out, a nice spin around for the final out. So
He actually caught it. So that was what was able to have him
that was
turn
quick.
the double play.
Quick little double play. So just like that, in an ideal situation for Laverne, could not convert into a run. So after 3 innings, still 0-0. You're watching Skyac Baseball on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television. So Laverne's starting to warm up a little bit, but just couldn't get the job done. Who do you credit there for the Stags?
The baseball. There are certain times where you just get lucky. It's not a certain person that was able to do anything for him. It was just, you know, he just got a little of it off the bat, so it was able to be a nice little pop up to the pitcher. And then, you know, guy at third, he got the jump because he heard the sound, and he wasn't able to get to third in time. So there's times like that where you're just not able to be able to score because of certain situations. But I don't think that's going to stop Laverne from continuing to get in those scoring positions.
As for CMS, Clark, Castile, and Livingston are now up to bat in the top of the 4th inning.
Anytime a team has the heart of their lineup coming up, look for a couple key hits coming up.
Including Zach Clark right here, Skyac leader in batting average, 403 on the season, 5 home runs and 23 runs batted in.
Please now for CMS, number 3, Zach Clark.
First pitch, fouled off. Back to the home dugout. 0-1. Clark is 1 for 1 with a double. With a double to right, back in the first. Just misses right there. Even count at 1-1. One and one. Gotson gets the strike call right there. 1-2 to Clark.
Clark seemed to question how was the strike so far inside. This is the type of batter who seems to know what pitches he likes and what he doesn't.
And he flies that out to right field. Doesn't get a hit right there. 1 down. Straight to Verone.
Now batting number 25, Marcos Castillo.
It's always a good feeling to know that you just started off with an out in the heart of the at bat.
First pitch is right there for a strike. A little bit off the middle. Marco Castillo is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. And grounds that out back to Burhans, who would just throw a little toss to Seifert. 2 down.
And just like that, 2 of their hardest hitting, deadliest hitters in this lineup, they were able to make quick work of, and now they're in a great situation with 2 outs.
Gotta be feeling confident right here if you're Burhans. Levinson is now up for CMS. First pitch is low and away. 1-0. One 0. 2-0. Going with the outside pitch. Henry Levinson is 0 for 1, lined out to third. On the top of the second. Got him right there with the strike. Laverne's infield, just playing just in a normal position. 2-1. Pops that out to third. Granado is chasing and barely misses the ball. Sun. It's hard to do that with the sun in your eyes.
When you have the sunglasses on your hat, you also have the bill of the hat to try to help you block the sun. It makes you wonder, why don't you just wear the sunglasses?
Good question. I'm not the third baseman. I don't know. That's a good question. It's not nighttime either, so you can't really judge people just wearing sunglasses during the evening.
As he just put them on right now.
Better late than never. 2-2 count here to Levinson. Grounds that out to Galan. Short toss to Sifford. And a 1-2-3 inning for Burhans. At the end of the top of the third inning, score is still 0-0. You're watching Sky Up Baseball on LBTV3, Laverne Community Television.
So at the end of the third, it's nice to know that the sun wasn't the cause of a run to happen, but I mean, great job by both pitchers so far. Yeah, we had the little mishap with Avila earlier, but so far it's been just a great job. Batters just seem to be able to make contact, but it's always in the wrong spot. And, you know, it's going to be the first one to break that I think is going to end up winning this game.
What are you seeing success-wise from both sides on pitching for both pitchers?
Success-wise, they trust who's behind them, and that's really great to see, especially from a freshman pitcher. You know, you come out here and you're only been with the team for a season, not really sure. While a lot of these guys are juniors and seniors who have played together, I'm assuming for a minimum of at least 2 years, and they're able to build that chemistry. And for you to just know that you come out there, you're able to pitch the way you pitch, and guys behind you got you. That's a great feeling. And then for Laverne, I mean, it seems like they've been rolling for most of this year in SCIAC play, and that's winning helps a lot with chemistry. And so as a pitcher, you come out there, you said 14 times, and you're able to get better and better each and every time. It's all about experience, and it's all about chemistry when it comes to these type of games.
As we quickly take a look at the scores around Skyac play this afternoon. Occidental is up 1-0 at Redlands at the top of the third inning. Chapman is leading Caltech 2-0 at the top of the third. Cal Lutheran is up 5-3 against Whittier at the end of 3. And Pomona Pitzer first pitch will start for Pomona Pitzer at Linford at 12. First pitch to Santa Cruz is very in, 1-0. Swing and miss right there. Cruz trying to really knock that out of the park. 1-1. Pops that up to third. Shortstop. 1 down.
The ball was high enough in order for them to be able to locate it. I mean, the sun looked like it was bothering both of them, but because of how high it was, they gave them enough time to actually locate it.
If it was lower, yeah, it might have been on not top 10 Sports Center play. So we take a look at Avila's stats. So the day so far, he's gone 3 in 1 innings, only give up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, off 49 pitches. First pitch is to Paris is 1-0. Avila will hit 50 after this pitch coming up. Right in the middle for a strike. Even count, 1-1. Gets a corner right there, 1-2. That's slow breaking ball. The 1-2 in the dirt, even count. Paris is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Back in the first. Liggett on deck. And that actually bounces, and he is there safely.
Line drive up the middle, hit him right off. It seemed to be his ankle or his shin.
He's definitely going to feel that now and probably the next day.
Past 2 days, I've seen quite a few pitches come right up the middle. Most popular one people saw yesterday, there was a pitcher from the Indians. Ball was hit right back up the middle, fractured his elbow. And, you know, it leads you to believe our pitcher's going to get any protection with how well bats are getting, with how much stronger people are getting. I mean, in baseball and professionals, the wood, they get better wood. That makes the ball fly. That's why we're seeing more home runs here. They're playing with aluminum bats. I mean, there's a point where I don't know if we're going to go with cricket. I don't know if they call them pitchers or not, but the people that release the ball, they have a face guard to protect them. And, you know, with how much stronger people are getting, I don't know what protection they're going to be able to give for pitchers at this point.
It's a good discussion right there in the baseball world as Avila is warming up.
It's nice to see that he's able to plant, too, because when you pitch, you got to get that little push off the mound. So that's why it's a little elevated. And so to be able to see him land on his leg is a positive sign.
Number 4.
Just to confirm with you, they do call them pitches in cricket.
Wonderful. That makes me feel smarter.
The wind-up's a little more different and unique, but it's still pretty fun to watch. First pitch to Christopher Liggett is in for a strike. Liggett is 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. Oh and 1 count. Inside, even count, 1-1. Paris at first with 1 out. No, even count, 2 Liggett.
With Avila getting hit, I'm looking to see his command now. You know, it was a little sketchy in the beginning, and now I want to see if he's able to still keep it there.
Checks the swing. Did not go through. 2-1. Avila taking his time. Looks out to first real quick. 2-1. High fastball, 3-1. Paris has 1 stolen base on the season. It's not gotten caught. Good hitters count here to Liggett. Perez almost takes off, but it doesn't matter anyways because that is a ball 4. 2 on for Laverne with 1 down. And Charlie Verone up to bat.
Now batting, right fielder, number 20, Charlie Verone.
Verone is 0 for 1. And with the strikeout swinging back in the second.
He should be talking to Avila right now because, as you said earlier, with this pitch count, he should be pushing around 60 right now. And with that amount of pitches, you know, he seems to be shaking his shoulder a little bit. And then with the hit up the middle right now off his shin, I don't see why not. You either let him finish out this inning and then yank him after, or right now, if he gives up another run, you got to make a change because not only is it going to hurt the game, I mean, you got to worry about his health with his leg and his shoulder as well. Nice little pep talk from your catcher, never hurts though.
Absolutely right there as CMS settling down back and settling back to their defensive position. First pitch nearly misses that corner, 1-0. CMS as a team on the year has a 4.45 ERA. Two on, 1 down. Verone up to bat. 1-0. Almost thought of a double steal. Swings and miss right there. Even count at 1-1.
That's their little extra lead off. There's their initial lead off, which you're going to see right now. They're going to take their few steps. Then once the ball's pitched, they're going to take an initial second lead off. And so what happens after that is if there is contact, they're going to run, or they're either just going to wait and see what happens.
Pitches away, 2-1. Laverne is tied 6th in SCIAC in the stolen bases category with Caltech at 36 coming into the afternoon.
So they should own 6th after today.
3-1. Nabila on the mound, getting a feel for the ball. Man on first and second with 1 out for Laverne. That pitch is inside. Ball 4, and bases are loaded now for Laverne.
Now batting, third baseman, number 9.
The action,
Lucas
boys, to get you in
Coronado.
a mindset of winning baseball.
He wants it that way, you know? So Granado is now up to bat. He is 0 for 1 to game 1. He's grounded out to shortstop back in the second. It's a real test here for Avila. Bases loaded, 1 out to a good speedy contact hitter. First pitch, and he pops it to second. He's backpedaling. And miscommunication right there for the Stags. Perez will score. So a little miscommunication on the right field gives Laverne an advantage, utilizing that base running to score the first run in the afternoon.
Benson.
And that's why they take that second lead off. So they get about a quarter of the way to the next base, and then what happens is they look to see where the ball's at. And so if they see it in the air, they're going to obviously get closer to their own base. That way they don't get another additional out. But great work on Laverne's part by being able to quick think and score another run.
Granado picks up his 13th RBI of the year, unless they credit that as an error. Ooh, first pitch is inside, 1-0. Base is still loaded with 1 out for Laverne. Jacob Benson, the shortstop, up. They did charge that as an error. It's low, 2-0.
This hurts Avila, as that should have been a routine fly out. 2 down right now, and then he would be able to pitch freely. Any bases up, and they could get out of the inning. Now he has to worry about giving up another run, and then let's say he gets on base, there's going to be more. It's just unnecessary pressure that Avila has to go through right now.
So that last play was charged as a single. So Granado will pick up his 13th run batted in. 3-0 now to Benson. Misses right there, and he will draw a walk and another run for Laverne. Liggett will score from third with a little soft jog
Now
to
batting,
home.
center fielder, number 24, Jacob Barriga.
After this at bat, this is when you're having that conversation with the other coaches. It's, hey, he's losing his command right now. They didn't help him out. He gave up 2 runs. Do we want to let him finish it out? Or are we just going to try to get out of this inning with another pitcher? And if they score one more time, if I'm a coach, I'm yanking them.
I agree with you. And coach is coming out, actually. Coach walking back. Bach is coming out right now, and he's pulling him from the game. Yep.
Not a bad day pitched by him at all. I mean, he had a little command controls early in the game, but he was towards the end. He was starting to hit his pitches, starting to hit his spots, and then just with that hit up the middle, that seemed to really affect him. And then after all, going through that one solid inning where Laverne just racked up pitch after pitch. I mean, he had to be pushing about 70, 75 pitches.
Official count today, 80 pitches. Actually hasn't updated, but 80 pitches, yes.
See, that's a lot for
That's
him to go through in 5 innings. And, you know, for him to be able to stick in here this long and give his team a chance to be in a winning position, he should hold his head up high. It was a great job pitching by him today.
So CMS with a pitching change now, bringing in their bullpen. Number 5, Connor Kwok, the right-hander from Mission Viejo, California, Santa Margarita High School alum. Kwok on the year has On the year, has a 15.43 ERA in 4 appearances and 2 innings. He has given up 5 hits. 13 hits, 10 runs, 4 earned. 4 of them are earned. Striking out 4 and with 10 walks.
Now pitching for the Stags, number 5.
Does have a 3.72 strikeout inning ratio. And correction, he has a 4.66 ERA in 9 innings pitched. Started once, has appeared 6 times.
Now with those stats you just read, it makes me wonder how long they're going to keep him in the game. Are they going to let him just finish this inning? Are they going to let him do this inning and one more? Or are they going to let him finish out the game? It'll be really interesting to see how that goes. As you wonder what Laverne's third base head coach Stoltenberg just told his runners, you got to go out there and you got to tell them, hey, 1 down, make sure you know if the ball's in the air, make sure if you know it's on the ground, if it's in the air, got to stay, make sure you know where it is. If it's on the ground, hey, I want you running hard.
So play continues now in the bottom of the 4th for Laverne. And Jacob Barriga up to bat. Come on with a little sidearm delivery. Gets first pitch in for a strike. Verone on third, Granado at second, Benson at first, 1 out, 0-1. And that ball is going to get down to right center for a hit. 2 runs for Laverne, bringing home Verone and Granado. A 2-run, 1-out double for Barriga.
As Barriga was pumping up the crowd, he pumped me up. I mean, deep shot to right center. Able to get a little further away from Claremont, and he's starting to just put a stamp on this game.
You are Laverne, where you got to be happy about that. So with those RBIs, he has picked up his 4th and 5th RBIs of the season. And top of the order back up for Laverne with Ryan Gillan. Benson at third and Barriga at second. 1 base open for Laverne. Infield in. A pitch is in for a strike. Even count, 1-1. Tanner Sifford on deck. One. Easy ground out. No runner will advance. 2 down.
That was almost a costly error. Baragos was ready to run straight to third base, and he realized that his runner wasn't going to go, so he had to quickly get back to second. Good head-up thinking by him, though.
So Tanner Sifford up now for Laverne. First pitch got him right there. So now bases loaded for the Leopards, and Santa Cruz up to bat.
Now batting catcher, number 23, Adam Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Bases loaded with Benson on third, Barriga on second, Sifford at first. First pitch to Santa Cruz is low. Ball 1. 1-0. The pitch is in for a strike. Got most of the plate. Even count now, 1-1. Bases loaded with 2 outs for Laverne. The bottom of the 4th. The Leopards have tagged on 4 runs. Try to position it right there, but would not get the call. 2-1. High fastball right there. 3-1. Count to Santa Cruz. Bases loaded. Good hitting count. 3-1. That's inside, so another walk drawn by Laverne, and another run will score. As Benson comes home.
Now batting.
The thing that I've learned about Laverne hitters is that they are very patient at the plate. You know, they're looking for their pitches. They're trying to make sure that they get what they want. They're not on the pitcher's terms. They're on their own. And they're looking. They're trying to make sure they find that in their sweet spot. And it's really awesome when mixed with that, you're able to get a walk and a run. It's great baseball by them right now.
Santa Cruz drew his 16th walk. Picked up his 42nd RBI. First pitch catches the inside corner of the plate. Strike 1. Perez is 0 for 2 this afternoon. And fouls it back. 0-2 count for Kwok.
As we get a sense of contact for the first time in a couple at bats.
The 0-2 pitch just misses there. 1-2. One and two count to her as Paris calls a quick break timeout.
0-2, the pitcher owns you right here. This is when you have to choke up, make sure that anything remotely close, you don't want to leave it up to the umpire.
One and two. Pops it up. He is right there for the final outs, but not after Laverne has picked up 5 runs at the bottom of the 4th. So after 4 full innings, the score is now 5-0 Laverne. You're watching Sky Baseball on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television. So Laverne is, after struggling for 3 innings, he finally picked it up and scored 5 runs. What did you see here in this bottom half of the
Avila was doing a great job pitching, you know, he really was, and then unfortunately the line drive up the middle hit him, and I really think that's what ended up affecting his pitching at the end of the day. As a coach or even as a pitcher, you want to at least get through half of the innings. So if we're doing 7 today, you want to at least get through 4 complete innings. They'll take you out in the 5th maybe, but you want to be able to do that for your team. That way reliever doesn't have so much, and then your closer, if you get to that point, he's able to come in strong. So I think he was doing really strong. Yeah, we keep talking about his command issues, but I think he was doing really well besides that, and I really think that pitch up the middle is really what caused them to have this offensive explosion. You get a pitcher who's struggling with his command already, he's throwing off even more, giving easier pitches, and then they have to bring in someone else completely cold. He warms up a bit and he gives them a couple runs. It's it's good job on Laverne to be able to take control of an opportunity given to him.
So due up next for CMS is Savard, Nagradek, and Bridges.
Now batting, number 22, Jack Savard.
Jack Savard up. First pitch is in for a strike. Savard is 0 for 1 with the ground out back to Burhands back in the second. The 0-1. Fouls it back to the Laverne dugout. Or off the Laverne dugout, I should say.
And that's the result of those inside pitches I was talking about. He had to get his hands inside even quicker. He barely got it off the inside of the bat. That's when you just jam guys, and it's such a difficult spot to be able to hit a ball out of.
Got him looking right there. So a quick 3-pitch strikeout. Got him looking. 1 down.
Brim has been going strong today.
Number 6.
Been able to pick his spots. He knows where he wants to pitch it, and guys behind him are doing a great job of anything coming their way. It's really a great effort by all of them.
CJ Nogradic up now for CMS, who is 1 for 1 with a double down the infield line. First pitch is outside, ball 1. One and 0. Swings and miss at that heater right there. 1-1. Even count now. 1-1. Similar pitch right there, slightly off location. 1-2. One and 2 now to Novogradic. Hits it to Benson. Throws it across for the second out.
Great drive on the ball,
Now
able to
batting,
deliver an
number
absolute
26,
strike to
Carson
first base.
Bridges.
It's great execution all the way around.
Carson Bridges now up for CMS. He is 0 for 1 with the ground out to Santa Cruz. Fouls that off, 0-1. Nice little breeze coming in here in the press box.
I thought that was the air conditioning.
I felt some breeze here, but I don't know. Either way, it feels nice. 0-1. Inside, little out, 1-1.
You're more than likely right. I see the trees going.
Beautiful day for baseball. Even count.
Foul.
And that's actually a foul ball. Looked like it was fair, but trailed outside the line last second.
As long as it goes outside the line before it reaches that plate, it's foul.
So they would try again. 1-2 count to Bridges. Pitch outside, even count of 2-2. The 2-2. Swings and misses, catches the foul, holds on to the foul tip, and that will end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Bare Hands, with Laverne up to bat next. Liggett, Verone, and Granado after they end at the top of the 5th. Laverne is up 5-zip.
You know, we were talking about how both teams were doing a great job pitching, and it was a defensive match, and then Laverne just blew open the doors, and Claremont seems to be sizzling down a bit. Laverne keep dominating this game. They're out here, their bats came alive, they were able to find their holes, and then the pitching comes out here, and they're just able to go out there and do what they want to do. They're imposing their will on them everywhere, all stages of the game, and it's very close to dominant as what we're seeing today.
Little quick scoring recap for Laverne is back. All the runs have occurred during the bottom of the 4th, and it started with a single to right center after a little miscommunication by the defense. Lucas Granado picked up that RBI, scoring Paris from 3rd. Then with the bases loaded, Benson drew the 3-4 pitch walk, scoring Liggett from 3rd. And then Barriga with the crushed double to right center to bring home Granado and Verone, loading up the bases once more. And then finally Santa Cruz with the walk to bring home Benson. And now we're at the bottom of the 5th. And Liggett up to bat. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. And fouls that way back to that little hill on the back of us. The 0-1. Pops it up. You will go to chase. Nope. And then it's out of play. 0-2. Liggett is 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Outside the dirt, 1-2. Verona's on deck for the Leopards. A 1-2. And gets him at the shoulder area right there. And Liggett will take a base.
That seemed like the type of pitch where you're going to be able to see the laces on you after the game.
Now batting, right fielder, number 20, Charlie Verone.
Now Verone up to bat.
A little bit of country music for a walk-up. You know he's going to get at least a double right now.
This is how we roll. Or how they roll, I should say. Gotta love Florida Georgia line. First pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. Verone is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Checks up on Liggett, back in safely. Liggett has 1 stolen base on the season coming into today and was caught stealing once. Verone pops it to second. Takes a few steps out of the dirt, the infield dirt. 1 down.
Now batting,
A hit to get to second base.
number 9,
He hits it to the second baseman.
Lucas Granado.
Close enough.
Lucas Granado up to bat. serenading the crowd with some Backstreet Boys. Granado is 1 for 2 with the strikeout and the single to start the Leopards' little surge back in the 4th. That pitch is in for a ball, 1-0. Liggett still on first. Jacob Benson on deck. Fouls that out. Even count 1-1.
As we just saw from the last pitch, it seemed like they were going to attempt to steal. Look for them to try to either keep that call or they're just going to abandon it after they just tip their hand.
Little hit and run, small ball play. One and one count to Granado.
Whether he wanted to steal or not, they got the extra base.
The ball gets by Miller, extra base. Man in scoring position now, 2-1 count with only 1 out. They charge that as a wild pitch, so Liggett will advance to second off a wild pitch. 2-1 count. Man on second with 1 out. The 2-1. Grounds out the shortstop. Almost threw it away right there, but great stretch by Savar to get that second out.
It almost seemed as if his foot was off the base, but
Shortstop.
I guess he was able to get it back on there before he was able to get back to first.
There's no instant replay either in D3 or even in college.
There wasn't any instant replay in baseball until about 2-3 years ago. So.
Pitch is inside. Almost felt a little wind right there. Pit from the ball. So it's 1-0 to Benson. Outside, 2-0. Benson is 0 for 1 with the flyout and a walk. Liggett on second, 2 outs. 3-0. That ball was high.
Let's see if the coach gives him free rein to swing or if he wants him to just watch it.
Barriga is on deck. Three and 0. Nearly hits him right there. 4-pitch walk for Benson. Man on first and second for Jacob Barriga.
Now batting, center fielder, number 24, Jacob Barriga.
Who is 2 for 2 today, including that big hit back in the 4th to continue this surge.
He's got 2 on right now. Let's see if he can make it happen again.
Shows bunt, ball gets by again. Miller again, so runners will advance.
He was able to pull back the bunt, so it's going to be a 1-0 count.
Liggett at third, Benson at second, off the wild pitch. The 1-0 pitch to Barriga. Low, 2-0. Top of the order for Laverne on deck with Galan. 3-0. That ball was way inside a little high. This will be Kwok's 30th pitch coming up. Has already drawn 2 walks, give up 1 hit. Pitch is right down the middle for a strike. Three one count. Gets that outside corner right there. Worked himself up to a full count. Big payoff pitch coming up in a sec.
Great job by the pitcher. I mean, you start out 3-0. Start off with a wild pitch, you get those guys in scoring position, and then you're able to come back and make it a full count. I mean, that's perseverance right here.
The payoff pitch. In the dirt, draws a walk. The bases loaded now for Ryan Galan, who is 0 for 2.
Number 15, Ryan Galan.
So bases now loaded for Laverne. Liggett at third, Benson at second, Barriga at first. First pitch is low, 1-0.
Back-to-back innings, they're able to get bases loaded. Let's see if this time, though, they're able to continue their trend of capitalizing off these mistakes.
As Miller goes to the mound and has a little pep talk with Kwok.
You have to believe that they're going to finish the inning with him.
Doesn't look like anyone is in the... Looks like someone is warming up, but from my angle I can't tell. 1-1 count now. One count to Galan. Pops it up. And it hit the net, so 1-2 now. So they will try again. Base is still loaded. 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch coming. Tanner Sifford on deck.
Great job keeping the ball in front of him, just making sure it drops down instead of behind him.
Even count now for Kwok. Who has thrown 35 pitches. Make that 36, and that is way outside full count now. Laverne looking to take advantage with more men on scoring position. And a walk. Payoff pitch was inside. So Liggett will score will take a little jog to home plate. Now Laverne is up 6-0. With 2 outs, base is still loaded, and Sifford up to bat.
And they're continuing.
First pitch misses, 1-0. Sifford is 0-2, the fly out, and a double play line out. In the dirt, 2-0. Good save by Miller.
I know there's been some wild pitches, and there's nothing Miller can do about it. But besides that, all these balls in the dirt, he's missing his spots. Miller's doing a great job making sure that in his control, he's making sure nothing gets behind him. Great glove work, great body work by him. He's doing a fantastic job behind the plate.
Due up next for CMS are Miller, Nakahara, and Mater.
This seems they are going to pull him.
Coach Walkenbach takes the ball from Kwok, and he is finished. So he 1-1 innings, gave up 1 hit, no strikeouts, 1 earned run, and 4 walks off 41 pitches. Got a pitching change here for CMS.
They put him in a difficult position in the last inning, and great job by him to be able to just get out of there. But, I mean, here he dug himself into this hole, and for him to rack up a little over 40 pitches, I mean, he pitched a complete inning in reality, and it's just a lot for him to have to pitch that much.
So now pitching for CMS is number 12, Spencer McCann, the freshman reliever out of Briarcliff Manor, New York. McCann on the year is gone. Has appeared in 5 games, started once with a 1-0 record, and an 8.4 ERA in 10 innings pitched. Given up 9 hits, struck out 6, and has walked 12 batters.
Now, pitching for the Stacks,
Just
number
joining
12,
in, Laverne
Spencer McCann.
Laverne is playing CMS in the doubleheader this afternoon. In game 1, they are up 6-1 with 2 outs, the bottom of the 5th inning. Sifford still up to bat, up 2-0. Bases are loaded with Benson on third. As we look at the crowd right here. Crowd getting into it a little bit, trying to stay warm, cool, some shade. Got some Bon Jovi in the background. We got Charter Oaks and Charter Oak kids playing the multi-purpose field, having a good time. Tossing the ball around, watching the game. First pitch is high for McCann. Now it's a 3-0 count to Sifford. Difficult position right here, as you mentioned, for McCann. The 3-0 pitch. Way high. He will walk him.
Yeah, I mean,
Just like that.
Not only is it difficult being in a full bases loaded situation, but to not even give him his own clean
Now,
count, he has to deal with 2 balls to start off with.
Number 23. Adam.
It's difficult to start out like that. And then also right now, just watching him warm up in the beginning, he seemed a little all over the place, and it seems like Claremont's going to be in for a little longer inning as well.
Laverne now up 7-0. Sifford picking up his 21st run batting in. First pitch is a ball to Santa Cruz. That pitch catches the inside corner. Even count at 1-1.
First strike of the day for him. Hopefully he'll settle in and he'll be able to get that confidence going now.
One and one. Low, 2-1. Check that first. No one there, so no throw. Bases loaded, 2-1 to Santa Cruz with 2 outs. Grounds out to short for the quick throw, and finally retires Santa Cruz to end the inning. So after 5 innings, Laverne is up 7-0. You are watching Sky Baseball on LVTV, Laverne Community Television. So Laverne adding 2 more runs this past inning. What have you seen from both sides, actually? I know there was some struggling on the pitching side, but what do you give credit for Laverne, and what do you think CMS could do and continue to improve on / do?
Since the last inning, the 4th inning, I mean, Laverne's bats came alive. They're out here, they're capitalizing on those opportunities with the amount of walks that they're getting, and I mean, it looks like the Stags are just, their pitching isn't stable. It's out here, they don't have control of their pitches. It seems like from up here, there's a lot of balls. It's not even really close. It's a lot of high and inside, or just inside and outside, and it seems that Laverne is taking control of their opportunities, being able to earn 7 runs the past two innings. But I mean, for Claremont, in order to counteract that, their bats have to come alive. They have 2 more innings to try to get something going, and the way it seems that Laverne's been pitching and their defense has been going, it doesn't seem like there's been a spark yet from Claremont. But you know, all it takes is one swing of the bat, get a little momentum going, and then they can get their own rally of their own.
So Lions to Burhan back on the mound. He has gone 5 innings. He's given up 2 hits, struck out 2, and is on 50 and has thrown 50 pitches. So far so good for Burhans. First pitch is in the first strike to Truman Miller. Swings and misses right there. Quick 0-2 count. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. Miller is 0 for 1 this afternoon. And hits a bat down the middle and for a base hit. Miller will pick up his first hit on the afternoon.
Almost any time you're able to drive the ball up the middle, no one's going to get it. You're almost guaranteed a single at least. And I mean, lucky enough for Burham to be able to get out of the way. We've seen it earlier. It's not a fun situation to be in.
He almost tried to grab that with his bare hand as well. Kevin Nakahara up now for CMS. First pitch is in for a strike. Nakahara, the Kirkland, Washington native, is 0 for 2 this afternoon. 1-1. 1-1 now. With no outs. Miller on first with the single up the middle. 1-1 count to Nakahara. Checks up on Miller, back in safely.
I love that throw because 9 times out of 10 you're not going to get him out. But at least you know as a runner that, hey, this guy's keeping an eye on me. I'm not going to get that big of a lead. And so he's actually going to minimize his lead off from now on. And if anything, it's going to help them reduce the amount of runs.
2-1. The second, first, beats out the double play throw. They do get the lead runner
Now batting.
and Miller,
4,
so
Ryan
one
Motter.
down and Motter up to bat now.
Fielder's choice is never a bad way to get back on base, but great job by the second baseman. You know, he read the bounce, stood, made sure he got at least a guaranteed out.
So Ryan Motter up now, nearly gets him. Nakahara barely gets back in. Motter is 0 for 2 in the afternoon. First pitch to him. Just fouled back into the nets. Oh, and 1 Motter, 1 out. Nakahara on first. Checks back and then in there safely.
Great positioning by the first baseman to be able to know if you get that ball closer to first base and you're able to get it a little lower, that tag's going to be easier.
Back in again, checking up on him. Nakahara, and that ball was popped up. Trailing, but Brown with the catch. 2 down.
Now batting.
Great
number
read.
3,
You know, it's
Zach Clark.
difficult to run, period, but to be able to backtrack, be able to look over your shoulder and find that ball, that was a great job by him.
Zach Clark is now up for the Stags. First pitch is in for a strike. Clark is 1 for 2 today. Single back in the second. Excuse me, the first. Outside, even count at 1-1. Two down. Clark up to bat. Nakahara on first, who has 7 stolen bases on the year and was only caught twice. Pops that up to center. Should be an easy out. And makes the Barriga with the catch. And retires and gets the job done. So after the conclusion of the top of the 6th, Laverne's still up 7-0. And Paris, Liggett, and Verone up next for Laverne.
Again, going into it, it looks like Claremont, they were able to get a couple hits, they're able to make contact, but you're not able to get anything out of it, and that's not the way to even, let alone get runs, but to come back after a 7-0 deficit, you have to be able to do something, not all in one inning. So look for Laverne to try to put this thing away right now, and we'll see what can happen.
See if they can add more on this bottom half as we take a look, give another scoring update across Skyac play. Occidental is up 8-1 at Redlands at the top of the 5th inning. Chapman up 6-0 at Caltech, also top of the 5th inning. Cal Lutheran is up Whittier 5-3 at the bottom of the 7th. And we're here, Laverne up 7-zip at Ben Hines Field.
As we got some fans trying to do, we're not going to call that a wave. We're going to call it a tide.
A tide.
A tide. It wasn't big enough to be a wave.
Close enough. I mean, but then again, we are in SoCal, so I guess the Oceans would be
Leading off
kind of
Laverne.
disappointed.
Designated hitter, number 34,
You tried though.
Chris Harris.
That's all you can do. That's Chris Paris is up to bat now for Laverne. Do you do the wave at baseball games? Or any game?
No, I'm the one that acts like I drown in the water because I think it's funny.
As Paris grounds to shortstop. 1 pitch, 1 out. I'll usually just lift my arms or maybe I'll go up and then I'm just like, and then I just sit there.
Now batting,
It's crowd interaction.
left fielder, number 4, Chris Liggett.
Liggett now up to bat. Walking up to Nipsey. Liggett is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. And a fly up. First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Breaking ball a little bit a little high. Even count now 1-1. One and one. Just off 2-1. New ball for McCann. Gets them at the knees right there. 2-2. Verone on deck. 2-2 count. Swings and misses. And will throw to first for the second out.
Add a little bit of excitement to a drop third strike as he tries to beat it out.
Pinch hitting for the Leopards, number 22, Ryan Aguilar.
And we got a pinch hitter for Laverne. Pinch hitting for Charlie Verone is number 22, Ryan Aguilar, the senior first baseman who is hitting .325 on the year with 6 RBIs. Has drawn 5 walks and has had 13 hits. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Low and almost in the dirt, 2-0 now. The 2-0 count. In the dirt, 3-0. Good hitters count for Aguilar. 3-0. And he crushed that. Get up. He's not even trying. Home run. A pinch hit home run for Aguilar. He crushes that right field. 8-0 Laverne.
Happy senior day to you, Ryan Aguilar. Great hit. Drove the ball to right field, and this is going to be one he remembers for a while.
Aguilar on top of that pitch, utilizing all his strength in his lower body and just crushes that right field. And you know when right field or any outfielder just stands there, you know it's gone.
Oh, yeah. Dab up the senior.
Lucas Granado up now for Laverne. Inning continues. First pitch is low, 1-0. Granado is 1 for 3 this afternoon. Swings and misses right there. Even count at 1-1.
Looked a little unsure about that swing.
Benson on deck. Low, 2-1. Trying to get the final out here for CMS. Castillo, Levinson, and Savard are all due up next for CMS. High fastball misses, 3-1. Three and one pitch. And fouls that out of play. Full count now to Granado. McCann looks on. Payoff pitch. Misses high again. And Granado will take a base.
Again, patience at the plate seems to be an attribute that all Laverne batters have right now, and
Jacob
they
Benson.
just know that they're not going to swing at anything. They're very disciplined at the plate, and it's really a tribute to the coaches.
It's McCann's second walk of the afternoon. Benson now up. First pitch is there for a strike. 0-1. Oh, and 1 to Benson. Fouls that out of play. Oh. 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Granado on first. 2 outs. Misses and checks back. Granado's back in there safely. 1-2 now.
I have no issue with those throws as long as you're keeping the runner honest.
McCann is about to throw his 25th pitch of the afternoon. The 1-2. Low and out. Even count now at 2-2. Deuces. Jacob Barriga on deck. The 2-2. High, full count now. It's a second full count. Back-to-back full counts right here for McCann.
See if he's able to get out of this one.
Granado will run. Pops it up. And fouls that out of play. So Granado will go back to first. And the pitching matchup will continue.
I appreciate the effort to try to help out your pitcher there. You know he's struggling a bit. If you could have got that, that would have made this inning a lot better for him.
Payoff pitch. And tries to throw a little Derek Jeter move right there, but beats out the throw, but good effort by Levinson. Excuse me.
Great attempt. Great job to even get the ball
Excuse me,
first
Castillo.
off. It looked a little out of his reach
Now
from
batting
here, but
center fielder,
great job
number
getting it.
24,
Great job by the first baseman being able to keep it in
Jacob
front of him and know that if that went by him, it would have been a lot worse than what it already is.
So 2 on for Jacob Barriga, who is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. 2 RBIs. First pitch is in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. That bounces off Miller's glove. Runners will advance. One and one. So 1-1 count now to Barriga. Runners advance. Granado at third. Benson at second. The 1-1. Gets the inside corner there for a strike. 1 and 2 with 2 outs. The 1-2. Grounds it off. Back to Clark. Throws it across the Savard to get the final out. But Laverne adds another run. So at the end of 6 innings, Laverne is up 8-0 over CMS. You're watching Skyac Baseball on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television.
As we saw again, Laverne able to get on base. They got a home run off of an at-bat by a senior. Great job by him. It's going to be a fantastic day that he's going to remember for a while, but weren't able to capitalize on a couple more guys they left on base, so I would take that as a win if I were the Stags. But right now they need to come out and they need to show that they're not just going to roll over. They got to be able to come out here, keep those bats alive, keep swinging, and at least drive in half of this deficit to be able to stay in this game. I love senior day because you get to look out and then you see those families or those girlfriends that actually make the posters with the baby pictures of people. And I look out and these are men that work out. They're huge. They have facial hair, and then I look down and I can see them, and I can see their baby pictures, them in a tub, them in a little tux for church when they're 2. It's a nice thing to see.
It is. It's wholesome and it's really nice too.
This was my excuse for not playing college. That way I didn't have to have one of those.
I got hurt playing in college, so.
That's a better excuse than mine.
Yours is legitimate. I mean, my baby pictures are interesting. Liberty.
So we're going to start off top of the 7th here.
Marco Castillo up now for CMS, who was 0 for 2 this afternoon.
Now batting, Marcos Castillo.
As we got a couple of defensive fielding changes for Laverne. So Brandon Vogel has now moved to center field, and Jacob Barriga has moved to right field. Look at that left. Granado at third, Benson's shortstop, Galan second, and Sifford remains at first. Santa Cruz behind the plate. 2-0. 2-0 pitch to Castillo. Inside 3-0. So 3 quick balls right here for Burhans. And a 4-pitch walk to start the inning for Laverne.
Any way to get some sort of momentum for them, this is a great way to start. Get a guy on first. Got some guys coming up. You just hope that they're able
Now
to
batting,
keep
Henry Levinson.
coming out with something. Anything positive.
So Henry Levinson up now for the Stags. He's gone 0 for 2 this afternoon. First pitch, outside, 1-0.
It's always difficult to be able to make a throw to first, or if you're trying to get a guy stealing at second, if you're a catcher with a left-handed batter up. They usually get in the way, and it's usually an easy way for them to get an extra base or get back safely, as we have a chalk coming to the mound.
Winterburn gathering the infield. What do you think he is saying, not only to the pitcher, but that huddle right there to everyone?
Well, like you were saying, there were some defensive changes, so I think he just wants to make sure everyone's in the loop. So when you have a guy at first, if he steals, you want to know, hey, does the second baseman get him and the shortstop's backing him up, or is it vice versa? You know, you just want to make sure everyone's in the loop. You want to make sure everyone's on top. So I'm sure he's coming out here. He said, hey, got a quick walk. I want to make sure we all know what's going on. Yeah, we have a comfortable lead, but I don't want us to get stagnant. I want us to keep going, and I want us to know that we still have to finish out this game. So should have been a positive talk.
One and 0 count to Levinson. Castillo on first. Pitch is high, 2-0. Castillo has 2 stolen bases on the year, has not gotten caught stealing. Throws to first, but is back in safely. Savard on deck for CMS. Fouls it back. 2-1. Burhan's at 67 pitches. And that pitch catches the corner, outside corner right there. Even count now at 2-2.
He hasn't even hit 70 pitches yet.
He's about to.
Wow, we've reached the top of the 7th, and he's barely about to reach that mark. That's a great day by him.
2-2 count. And it hops off of Benson's glove, but luckily no further advancement. So 2 on now with no outs.
And this is that momentum that they needed. They're able to get on base with no outs so far. They're able to keep on going. Look for this to be at least a momentum inning for them. Hopefully get a couple runs out of it.
Jack Savard up now. Two on with no out. First pitch to Savard. Fouls it back. 0-1. With no outs. 2 on base for the Stags. Castillo at second. Levinson at first. Fouls it back again. 0-2. Inning start off with a walk, with Castillo drawing a walk, and then Levinson getting on board. Novogradov's on deck. The 0-2 pitch. Fouls it back again.
Staying alive. As long as he gives them anything within that strike zone that he thinks could possibly be called it, he's swinging at it.
Oh, 2 again. Pops that up. Barriga will chase it, just foul. So they will try again, still 0-2.
Just out of his reach. He covered some ground for that one. I thought he was going to be able to make it, but just too far.
Yeah, that's definitely a good 30, 40 feet.
Yards.
Yards. I can't math. 0-2 again. Popped up. And Sifford almost had it, but hit the net, but the ball hit the net, so it's still an 0-2 count. Good effort right there. So they will try again. Burhan's reaching close to 80 pitches. The 0-2.
Foul.
And it's foul.
As we continue the endless at bat. This is the point as a pitcher where I don't know if the catcher's going to have him try to get him chasing or something, but you've noticed that he keeps being able to get a hold of everything. I don't know if you want to get him going high, you want to get him going outside, but you don't want to give him something that he can get a hold of.
We'll see what Santa Cruz gives him. Benson and a nice dig to Cypher to get the double play. Little 6-4-3 classic double play.
Number 6, CJ.
So it turned out to be a really great beginning of an inning for the Stags. Turns into very quickly a 2-out guy at third.
CJ Novogradic up now for the Stags. It was 1 for 2 of the afternoon. First pitch is in for a strike. Burhans is about to approach 80 pitches. Pops it up, flies it out to Liggett, and the inning is done. After 6 3/3 innings, Laverne is up 8-0 over CMS. You are watching Sky Baseball on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television. The top of the order for Laverne is due up with Galan, Sifford, and Santa Cruz.
So we're here at the bottom of the 7th. You know, Laverne's pitching, still going dominant, still got their starting pitcher in for Burham. Claremont, in the meantime, they've already gone through. This is their 3rd pitcher. Let's see if they're going to stick with him or bring someone else in. But they have to find a way to slow down Laverne. And it hasn't been one guy or a certain part of the lineup that's going. It seems like everyone in Laverne's lineup has been able to have success in this game. So there has to be a way that you slow him down, or you just get one of those lucky innings for yourself where you're able to go. But look for Laverne to just keep on trucking in this game.
And it looks like they have gone to a pitching change for the Skags. Now pitching is number 10, Jacob McGowan, the senior from Tenafly, New Jersey, who has appeared in 3 games and 2 innings, has a 19.29 ERA, has given up 5 earned runs, 3 hits, and just above 2 innings, has struck out 3 and walked 7.
There's a very interesting quick release. Let's see if this is going to be the type of pitching that causes trouble for Laverne.
What's your favorite type of delivery? Sidearm, the classic over the shoulder, this one.
This is interesting because it is over. It's a normal type of pitch. It's just he closes his body and his glove hand, usually they open up a little bit more or they hold it a different way. But I mean, he seems to be accurate and his ball seems to move pretty well for his off-speed pitches. So look for him to have early success here.
Now in right field for CMS, number 17, Nick DeGallier.
So CMS
Leading off of the Leopards.
has a change
Second
right
baseman,
here.
Number 15,
A little defensive change.
Ryan Galan.
As number 17, Nick DeGallier, the senior from Bellevue, Washington, has taken over right field. Ryan Galan up to bat for Laverne. First pitch is a little low, 1-0. Galan is 0 for 2 this afternoon. One and 0. Just slightly above the belt. 2-0. Three and 0. 3 straight balls right there. Sifford on deck. The 3-0 pitch. Misses again. 4-pitch walk. And Galan is on first.
They go to change baseballs because maybe that's the issue.
Now batting first baseman.
It
number
seems
8.
like he's not missing his
Tanner
spot by much.
Sifford.
You know, he's really in that vicinity. It's just the umpire has his strike zone. He's been doing it the whole entire game, and it takes a little while as a pitcher to try to find, as a new pitcher coming into an already continuing game, to find that spot.
And Galan takes off, easily stealing second base. Picks up his 24th stolen base on the season. Sifford 0 for 2. The 1-0 pitch. Gets the corner for his first strike of the afternoon. In the dirt.
He seemed like he had control earlier when he was warming up, and then I don't know if once you put a batter in there, he got a little jittery or what, but this does not seem the way he was pitching during warm-ups.
2-1 count. Santa Cruz on deck. Misses low and outside. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Catches the corner right there. Full count.
See if he's able to battle and find a way to get on base.
Full count to Sifford. Galan at second. No outs. payoff pitch. Strikes him out. Swinging. Holds on to the foul tip.
Great movement on that ball. I mean, what's so difficult about baseball is that ball's coming at you anywhere from 70 to 95 miles per hour. And that ball just drops out of nowhere. It's deadly, especially with the way that one dropped right there.
That looked like it was going to be a little higher, and then boom, it just dipped lower. Santa Cruz now up to bat for Laverne. First pitch is high, 1-0. Santa Cruz 0 for 2 on a hit by pitch back in the first. Pitch is outside for a ball. 2-0 now. Paris on deck. 1 out. Galan in second. Santa Cruz up to bat. The 2-0 pitch is in the dirt.
Dangerous throw by the catcher.
That was a dangerous throw.
There was no one by second base, and the risk of that even, there was no need to even attempt that throw.
So 3-0 now to Santa Cruz. Trying to avoid another walk. And Santa Cruz gets nailed there in the shoulder area.
So we already have our 4th hit by a pitch
Now
happen
batting.
today.
Designated hitter, number 34, Chris Harris.
You know, they've been standing in there tall. They've been holding their ground up by the base. They're still crowding it, and it's really interesting to see them not even attempt to back off.
Paris up. He's 0 for 4 this afternoon. Struggled offensively. First pitch is high, 1-0. Galan at second. Santa Cruz at first with 1 out. And Liggett on deck. McGowan's 15th pitch is coming up. One 0 in their first strike, evens up the count, 1-1. Laverne trying to take advantage of runners in scoring position as he swings and misses at that fastball, 1-2.
He had 2 changeups to start it off, and then when you just blow by him with that fastball, it's a big change.
Flies it out to Levinson. He will get the catch. Runners will return. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, number 4, Chris Liggett.
2 outs, 2 on. See if Laverne's able to keep their surge up the past 3 innings, or if Claremont's able to finally get a break.
Liggett's up to bat, 0 for 2 this afternoon. First pitch is outside and high, 1-0. Runner on second and first. 2 outs. The 1-0. High pitch again. Throws back to first. Santa Cruz in safely.
And we've had 2 pitches that could have easily hit him if he were not to duck.
The 2-0. In there for a strike. 2-1 now. McGowan, about pitch's 20th pitch right here. With 2 on and 2 outs. The 2-1 to Liggett. Fouls it, pops it up. Novogradic is there. Makes a catch, and that's the final out to end the 7th inning. So after 7 innings, Laverne is up 8-0 over CMS. You're watching Sky Baseball on LBTV3, Laverne Community Television.
It must feel really good to finally get a break. You know, you come out here, you hit a guy to start it off, and then you get another guy on base, and then you start to think, oh my God, are we going to go through another inning like this? And to be able to finish it off with no damage done, Claremont has to hold their head up after that. It's a good start to what they're trying to get.
Two more innings to go. Burnham's back up there on the mound.
No need to take him out. I mean, he's been doing such a great job today. He hasn't allowed, most he's allowed is a double, and it was off the top hitter right now in Skyac baseball. You know, you can't hold that against him, and for him to be able to hold him to 1 hit today, that's fantastic on his end. You know, he's come in, he's pitched lights out. I don't see why you even need to take him out. He has 3 complete games. Why not make it 4?
Burnham's line today so far is 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk off 81 pitches.
Yeah, 81 pitches. He has 2 more innings to go. I mean, I know the kind of competitive nature he has in him. There's no way he's going to come out of this game without saying, hey, coach, come on. You know I can do it.
Leading off for the Stags, number 17, Nick DeGallier.
So Nick DeGallier, who just took over right field for his Stags in the 7th inning, is up to bat for his first at bat of the afternoon. DeGallier on the year is hitting 500 in 60 games, 6 appearances, and has 2 hits. Has 2 hits of the season, 1 RBI. First pitch is in with a strike. Catch the corner right there. 0-2 to DeGallier. Fouls out of play. Miller is on deck, followed by Nakahara to start the top of the lineup. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Try again and just simply grounds to Sifford, so he would take it to the bag himself. 1 down.
As he continues to hit his spots, I mean, the shift was there. He was in position, and it's just that repeated motto of they're able to make contact but just not execute out of it.
So Truman Miller, the catcher, is now up to bat. The ball is in for a strike. He is 1 for 2 of the afternoon. With a single. The 0-1 pitch. Low. Evens up the count at 1-1. One and one count. And hops off the mound. But Benson's right there, throws it across. Gets the second out.
Lucky bounce off the mound. That ball looked like it was going to go right up the middle, and then,
Now batting
like everything else today, it just went Laverne's way. It bounced off right to the shortstop, and an easy throw.
So Kevin Nakahara is now up for the Stags, who is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Grounds it back to Burhans, who would just toss it to Sifford. And a 1-2-3 inning for Burhans to end the top of the 8th. At the end of the top of the 8th inning, the score is still 8-0 Laverne. You're watching Sky at Baseball on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television. Due up for the Leopards are Vogel, Granado, and Benson.
Quick inning for the Leopards. You know, at that rate, it's like we said, I think he's going to go for the complete game. And CMS is just playing for pride now. I know it's not over till it's over, but right now their bats seem to be just dormant. We have the same pitcher out, yes, and he seemed to be losing a little bit of control at the end of the last inning. He did get lucky getting out of the inning, but you know, we're just going to see if they're able to do some more building into next game.
So McGowan still remains in for the Stags, who's gone 1 inning with 1 walk and 1 strikeout, 22 pitches thrown. And Brandon Vogel's first at bat coming up for the afternoon.
Seems as if that Charter Oak Little League team came to the right game.
I bet if you're, yeah, definitely if you're a little leaguer, gotta have fun, or anyone really, fun watching today's game, especially when you look up to these young men, and it's always a good sight to see.
leading off for the Leopards.
We're going to look at possibly the last at bat for the Leopards.
Brandon Vogel's first plate appearance. He's hitting .278 with 13 RBIs, 20 hits, and has walked 10 times on the year. First pitch skids away from Miller's glove, 1-0. That's the upside corner, 1-1. Cowan looks on. The 1-1 shows bunt, pulls it back, 2-1. Granado on deck. 2-1. High fastball, 3-1.
Seems as if the third base coach is giving him the green light to take a swing, if he does indeed like the pitch.
3-1 count. And he does so and gets through the third baseman for a hit. Gets by Clark's glove.
Now batting number 9, Lucas Granado.
As the seniors keep getting hits, we're going to continue and see if we can keep that streak alive.
Granado ups at bat now. Who's 1 for 3. Throws to first. Vogel's back in safely. First pitch to Granado is in. 1-0. Vogel with a good lead on first. The 1-0. Now hops away from Miller. Vogel will advance to second.
There have been so many wild pitches, you can't blame Miller, but he seems to just be trotting over and saying, all right, I'll give you your extra base. Let's just get going.
Two and 0. Swings and miss with the foul tip. 2-1. Steps off the mound as Vogel sneaks up, but goes back to second.
Seems as if the catcher was trying to give him a sign to try to get a pick at second. You're going to see if they try it again.
Flies out to DeGallier.
As they got one down.
Now
One
batting,
down.
shortstop number 2, Jacob
And still at
Benson.
second. You know, there's a point where, yes, you want to try to keep that man a second close, but the way this game's going, you just want to get the guy at the plate. You know, you want to focus on him, just make sure you're hitting your pitches, and just try to get through this inning as efficiently as you could.
Benson 1 for 2 in the afternoon. First pitch pops him up. Castillo miscommunication right there. So Benson will safely go to first.
And we seem to have a tie as the Sun has won once
Now batting,
and the players have won once.
right fielder,
You seem to
number
have lost it in
24,
the Sun during
Jacob Barriga.
that attempt, but you know what? Some days you're able to get it, other days you can't.
Can't control the sun.
Unless you have sunglasses.
So Jacob Barriga now up to bat for Laverne. First pitch is in. Strike 1. 1 out. Vogel on second. Benson at first. Barriga up. The 0-1. Inside and low, evens the count, 1-1. Going at 32 pitches in 1-1, 1/3 of inning. And throws it, tries to throw to second, but hits off of Vogel.
It looked like just an awkward attempt at a pickoff. You know, he stepped off, he turned around, and then if you're already throwing it, might as well try to hit him, right?
And he does. Catches the high corner there, 1-2.
It's almost kind of like playing in your backyard when you'd play wiffle ball. You threw the ball at the guy, he was out before he got to the plate.
It just sucks that they're light too, so even when you feel like you throw a really good throw, it just only goes like halfway of your expected point. The 1-2 pitch, way high. Evens the count, 2-2. Galan on deck. Gallon ready. The 2-2. Similar location right there. Full count now.
Seen a lot of these today, and you know, most of the time it seems to have gone the batter's way, but let's see if we have a difference here.
Full count, 2 on base. Payoff pitch, low and then in the dirt, ball 4. Bases loaded now for Laverne, and Galan up to bat.
Now batting, second baseman, number 15, Ryan Galan.
Tell me if we've seen this situation before. Bases loaded for Laverne. They have plenty of things to play with right now. You know, Galan's plenty capable of getting an at-bat right now, and let's see if we have another big inning for Laverne.
Just like in the 4th inning, what all started with a bloop to right field. As Galan takes strike 1. 0-1 count now for McGowan. Vogel at third, Benson at second, Briga at first. The 0-1, 1 out, fouls it back. 0-2, 1 out. Sifford on deck. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. One and two. Grounds out to shortstop. Second and no throw. Vogel will score from third. Off of fielder's choice. So now Laverne up 9-0 now with 2
Now
outs,
batting
and
first baseman,
Sifford up
number
to
8,
bat. Man on the
Tanner
corners.
Sifford.
At least Claremont was able to come up with some type of positive out of that. You know, they weren't able to get the guy at first, but you're able to bring it out to 2 outs, able to make it a more manageable situation, although Laverne was able to bat in a run.
Pops it up. Novograd right there to end the inning. So after 8 innings, Laverne is up 9-0 over the Stags. You're watching Skyac Baseball on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television.
Through 8 innings, we come out here, we see Laverne completely dominate in all aspects. I can't think of a single part of this game that Laverne hasn't won. They're winning the pitching battle, they're obviously winning the batting battle, and coaching right now, it seems to go Laverne's way. So, look, right now, I never say never. I don't see Claremont coming back, but right now I see them working towards game 2. I see them batting right now. They're going to try to get a feel. Coaches are going to try to game plan right now, not only to try to find a way to at least better this game, but to try to find a way to help themselves for the next game coming up.
And Burhans is back out there on the mound, trying to pick up his 4th complete game on the season. Motter, Clark, and Castillo all due up for CMS.
Earlier we were talking about how many seniors Laverne's going to lose and how are they going to be able to do it. Brahan, he's only a junior, so for him to come back, he seems to be able to be a good number 1 pitcher for them going into next season.
Ryan Motter.
He's proving that himself once again this afternoon in game 1.
This afternoon confirmed it. He's been showing it throughout the whole season. It's really nice for him to put that exclamation point on it.
As first pitch to Motters is their first strike, 0-1. Pops it up, flies it out. Vogel right there with the catch. 1 down.
Now batting, number 3, Zach Clark.
So Zach Clark is now up for the Stags, who has gone 1 for 3. And that pops and flies out again, but this time Barriga's there.
This is the part of the day that I'm most impressed with. You know, yes, Brahan's having a great day pitching. We've been saying that all day, but to be able to keep Clark to just being 1 and 4 for the day, he's number 1 batting average in Skyac. That just shows how great he has been today.
Marco Castillo now up over 2 in afternoon.
Ooh,
Ooh, pitches bounces off Santa Cruz's mask.
well, that's why you have him.
1-0 to Marco Castillo. And he rockets that single base hit to left center. And he was on for his first base hit of the afternoon.
Able to keep the Stags' chances alive today, able to drive that out to left center.
So Henry Levinson up now for CMS. Trying to gain some momentum a little bit. It's 1 for 3 this afternoon. Burhans is barely going to reach 100 pitches. First pitch, swing and miss. A little change of, and almost gets Castillo at first, but barely gets back in.
From my view, it looked like he got him, but I don't get paid to be an umpire.
Neither do I. So the game will continue. 0-1 count. Outside, evens it up at 1-1. Savard on deck. 1-1 count. That pitch is in. 1-2. Burns trying to pick up a 6th win on the year. CMS down to the last strike. The 1-2 in the dirt. Evens it up at 2-2. Two outs. The 2-2 pops it up, and Liggett will chase over and foul out of play.
The things I've liked today from Laverne are fundamentals. We were talking about it on defense, and then from their batting approach and their hustle. Doesn't go enough said. There were plenty of balls that were out of their reach, but they went 100% towards all of them. And that's something that you just can't coach.
Santa Cruz throws it to first. Castillo's back in. Full count now to Levinson. 2 down. The payoff pitch. Fouls it off. They would try again.
See if this is the pitch that ends their chances.
Laverne looking to go 16-7 after this at bat. And he hits that, and then it's that going and out of here. 2-run blast for Henry Levinson. He crushed that. Blasts it out to right. Barriga just stood there and he knew it's out of play. That is his first home run on the season.
Congratulations, first home run on the season. I was saying earlier, never say never. Don't know if they're going to come back, but this is a great way to go into next game, which is going to take place in maybe an hour.
Winterburn on the mound. Takes him out as he gets a standing ovation. So got a pitching change here for Laverne. Number 42, Ethan Fulcher, who has appeared in 9 games with an 0-1 record with a 4 ERA. Struck out 9 in 9 innings. Gave up 7 hits and 4 runs on the season, along with 4 walks.
See if the senior can close it out.
The senior with the Raleigh fingers look.
Now pitching for the Leopards, number 42, Ethan Fulcher.
I do appreciate the coach trying to at least let Brand try to get that complete game. You know, once you see that happen, though, you know, you don't want to let anything spiral out of control. Try to end the game.
Yeah, you just don't want to take a chance. And now Savard up to bat. Novogradic on deck as Fulcher continues to warm up. Just to get a little quick update, potentially final update around Skyac play this afternoon. Fulcher is warming up. So at the top of the 8th, Occidental is up 9-4 over Redlands. At the end of 8, Chapman is killing Caltech at 10-0. Final over at Cal Lu and Thousand Oaks. The Regals have taken the victory over Whittier of 5-3. And here at Ben Hines Field, 9-2 2 outs. Top of the ninth.
Jack Savard.
Jack Savard up to bat. Fulcher looking to end it here. Game 1 for CMS.
So it looks as though Laverne has almost clinched second place in Skyac, with Chapman looking to win this one.
Fouls it out. Even count, 1-1. One and one pitch. The grounds it out and it takes off his glove, but it's still on top of it. And that will conclude game 1. What a unique way to end the game.
And that'll do it for game
The
1
Avengers
today's
taught
action.
me, whatever it takes, right?
Your Laverne Leopards 9.
Avengers assemble right there. So at the
Stags,
the end of game 1, Laverne is victorious 9-2 over CMS.
Stick around. Game 2 will begin in about 25 minutes.
Fulcher comes in and seals the final out. But what a pitching performance for Laverne. Laverne right here. Tell us what did Laverne do well this afternoon?
You know, Laverne, we were saying it the whole game, it looked like it was going to be a pitching battle, and then all of a sudden, you know, us celebrating Star Wars Day, may the 4th be with you. The 4th was definitely with Laverne, as the 4th inning is when they started their surge of runs and then just completely ran away with it. And then on the pitching end, Brahan, we really hoped he got that complete game. Didn't happen, but he was able to just pitch his team to victory, and it was a great all-around team game for Laverne. While it seems like Claremont, you know, did seem like a bad loss, but with that home run at the end, they were able to build off that and go into the next game.
So Devin Burhan picks a 6th win of the season, going 8-2 innings off 6 hits. We have 2 runs, 1 walk, striking out 2, and 103 total pitches on the afternoon. So Laverne picks up game 1 with a final score of 9-2. Game 2 will start soon. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in this afternoon for game 1. So at the end, final score is Laverne 9, CMS 2 of game 1. You were watching Skyac Baseball on LBTV, Laverne Community Television. I am Nicolette Rojo alongside Zachary Nicolai. Have a great, if you're still not tuned in, have a great afternoon and a great weekend, and may the 4th be with you.